Alright, I am now live, I think. Make sure the mic's on. Yes, cool. Let me check. Trying to get Facebook pulled up here. Facebook always takes a bit. Come on. Alright, Facebook is not pulling up to me. What's up, guys, on YouTube? If you guys are here, I'm trying to find this Facebook stream and it's taking a second for it to pull up. I don't know why. Okay, here we go. Sorry about the echo. It's gonna happen. I don't know why. Alright, everybody on Facebook, what's up? Everybody on YouTube, how's it going? Alright, I'm gonna say this right now just so we can get this out of the way. Today's a feedback session, basically sending me your tracks. All you're gonna do is put the track in the chat on both Facebook or YouTube, depending on what you're watching on. I have to say this ahead of time. Hopefully the message is relayed that sometimes Facebook doesn't give me the links and all I see is like chit chat back and forth between you guys, which is fine, but I sometimes don't get links. So go ahead and start throwing your links in the chat. I'm going to grab one. I got some stuff to go over real quick. Today, as always, we're giving away a free pack, so that's going to be Sounds of Deep House to one lucky person who shares the stream on Facebook. So guys, make sure you go over to Facebook and share the stream for us today. You can also get it on this, or you can get it on Beatport. And we also just released a video in a pack today called Free Gravity Royalty-Free Chilled Vocal Acapella Stems. Those are free. You can go to YouTube, watch the video, get it from there, or get it from here. Either way, make sure you guys go check it out. Make us a song. Hopefully, guys, next week when you come back on Sunday, you will be able to throw us some tracks in the chat with this acapella in it. So let me check Facebook, make sure everything is cool. Facebook is always the thing that lags for me. I'm actually going to post a comment in Facebook. Post links in chat. And pin that. If it lets me, it does. So that is going to be Facebook. Alright guys, we're going to start with a link. And I see the first one. And I'm going to grab that one. Throw it in here. Try to be as constructive as I can. I forgot that you have to fix the link. My bad. Cool. Alright, here we go, guys. First track of the day. I usually go back and forth from YouTube to Facebook and pick a random one. So if your track doesn't get reviewed today, guys, don't fret. Always come back. Or, go to our promotional options on pumpyoursound.com. Send us a track for feedback. Either way, don't fret if your track does not get reviewed today. Okay, so far, um, your side chaining is good. Only thing that I don't know if it's confusing to me because I feel like you have a chord in the background that's kind of constantly going. Um, and I feel like I know it's there because I can hear it, but I don't feel like it's prominent enough. I feel like all the elements you have are too pushed together. Like there's no stereo separation in the. Sorry if this backdrop comes out. By the way, it's catching onto my chair. Um, there's no stereo separation in any elements that I see so far. So I feel like your kick should be in the middle of the spectrum when it comes to stereo width. And if you guys have any trouble with stereo width, Isotope Ozone has a really good picture, like an imager they supply. I understand that Isotope Ozone is not cheap at all. I don't even have it myself, but I've used it before. Has a little imager so you can see exactly what element is going where on the spectrum when it comes to, width of stereo. You make sure that like any synths that you have, any mids are going to be like if it looks kind of like a half circle kind of situation. So make sure that your chords are going to classify as a mid unless you have a sub bass on them, which is going to be in the center. Now your mids are going to be somewhat not all the way down, but somewhat towards the side here a little bit more, and your highs, which are going to be like hi hats and cymbals, like they're going to be more towards the center, but not the center. So it's hard to explain without showing you. But make sure that you have some stereo width in those. That way, the elements don't sound too clumped together. It doesn't sound like it's too much. Other than that, I feel like you had a fill that kind of happened towards there's a first half, second half of your drop. The first half of your drop, I feel like there was a fill that kind of got kicked out. I don't know if you had side chaining on it or not. Make sure if you have fills that are drum fills, they don't have side chaining because they're technically qualified as drums. So just eliminate all side chaining. Do like an audio or like an auto filter out on some elements so that fill can come through because I feel like it was a little bit hidden. Other than that, everything else sounds good. Just make sure to like stereo with your elements and make sure that you can actually hear your chords in the background, but they're not overwhelming. Just some little things to fix. Some little mix down is what I would prefer it as. Mix down errors. But thank you for submitting the track. Make sure to head over to Facebook and give this stream a share for entering yourself a chance to win Sounds of Deep House, a free pack today for you guys. Correction, not a free pack, a paid pack that one of you guys will get for free. So full mode, this is the first Facebook link we have today. Let's go. Seems a bit quiet. Alright, full mode. Okay, so there's only like two things. I say two things, it ends up being like three or four things, but one prominent thing. No offense to any if you know this person personally when it comes to vocals, but as a producer, what I would do is put some sort of pitch correction on it. I feel like her vocals, like her pitch, kind of strays away from the song. There, not most of the time she's fine, but I notice a lot of times drowning vocals and effects. I'm not saying you did this. I'm just saying drowning vocals and effects doesn't necessarily make them good vocals or make them on pitch. It just makes them cover up a lot of the mistakes that are happening in the actual dry vocal. So make sure to put some sort of like Melodyne or something on it to either manually fix the correction of the pitch of her voice, or just make sure that she sings in key, because if she's doing like a run and it runs off pitch or off key a little bit, it's really, really noticeable, especially an electronic song that's constantly in the same key. It's electronic, so it never strays away. It's understandable if it's in like a live instrument song, but since this is electronic, you have to make sure that basically every element is in key or it's very, very noticeable. So just make sure you fix that. It says this track is private, so I imagine it's not been released yet. So what I would do is seriously go back and do some work on fixing the pitch of the vocals, and then maybe raising your mix down volume up a little bit. I feel like that was a little too quiet for me. I don't know. And it didn't seem too quiet necessarily that it was like hard to hear, but I feel like your overall mix down is a little too quiet for me. But thank you for sending the track, my boy. Make sure to head over to Facebook. Why can't I copy this link? Please. Make sure to head over to Facebook. Okay, I guess this link... I'm sorry if this link messes up. It was... Okay, cool. Make sure to head over to Facebook. Share the stream for a chance to win the Sounds of Deep House pack. Pick a one lucky person at the end of the stream, and you should receive it later on today. Alright. Arca. I hope that's how you say your name. City Lights. Alright. Alrighty, next link. This is a YouTube link. Next link will be a Facebook link. I'm trying to keep track of what link I go back and forth on. So, Facebook, sorry if I... Again, guys, sending your tracks in the chat. Make sure you erase the dot and .com. YouTube doesn't allow you to send full links. Make sure you erase the dot and put a space. I have to fill in the dot. I don't know if the same goes on Facebook. Sometimes I have people who have sent me links through that it worked just fine. If I don't get to your track today, don't yell at me. I'm sorry. Just come back next time, or send it. Honestly, if you follow me on Snapchat, you guys can send me 10-second demos. So just head to our Facebook page and you'll see our Snapchat on there. Okay, Arca, let me check some. On this pluck here, I wouldn't have that much delay. I don't know why. For me, it throws me off a little bit. I just don't have that much delay on that. And try to put something in this break here, because I feel like that should probably have some sort of, whether it be a fill transition, vocal transition, pluck transition, something. Some sort of transition that just takes you out of that build-up, puts you right into the drop. A smoother transition, so to say. The drop sounds fine. The kick is a little too pointy. Like, it doesn't have as much frequency spectrum as it could. It's supposed to be like a hard-hitting kick. I don't feel like it has that element, so make sure to either fix the kick or change it all in general. Side chain needs to be a little harsher, just so you can tell there's a dip. Other than that, it was great to me. It just fixed. I don't like the delay on this plug. I mean, it's cool how you have it timed, basically to fit the. I don't know if it's like a cord behind there. No, I guess it's just a pluck. Just try to fix the delay on the pluck, and you should be fine. And I think your mix down and your mastering needs to be a little bit up in the volume and separation, stereo width of all the frequencies. Because I feel like they're all kind of mashing together in one area. So just make sure to try to fix that. Other than that, thank you for sending the track in, my dude. And go to Facebook, share the stream. Can't English today. Share the stream for a chance to win Sounds of Deep House for free. Last week we did a plugin, helper plugin. Streaming's a bit delayed. Yeah, I don't. I'm streaming on 2 different platforms. I'm streaming on Facebook, I'm streaming on YouTube, and my computer's like, dude, pick one, but we gotta do both, so apologize for that. If anything is delayed, I apologize ahead of time. I can't fix it for some reason. I feel like it's just that part. I feel like it doesn't fit as well. Honestly, your mix down sounds good. Your effects are in there. Your sound design's pretty good for this. I just feel like it's that one thing. That one sound right there. That one sound, and that's it, honestly. Side chaining should probably be a little harsher. When I say side chaining should be a little harsher, it should be a little more prominent. Other than that, I feel like everything else is fine. Just fix that one sound. Whether it be the pitch of the sound, I feel like it's just not in the same key. That could just be me. I don't know. I feel like it's off a little bit. So just make sure that I understand it's probably on the same key, but I feel like it's like something. It's either detuned too much or it doesn't sound like it's in the same key. Alright, so DJ Fiesta, thank you for submitting the track, man. Go over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Sounds of Deep House today. Alright, next one. This is a YouTube link. That was a Facebook link. You said which sounds? It's shit. It's the. I'll have to go back. I'll show you. If it delays, I apologize, but I'll try to show you. That one. It's that one right there. It's just that one. I don't know how to categorize that sound. I don't know what to call it. I feel like it's just a pluck or some sort of a pluck siren type. I don't know how to explain it. Just I feel like it's a little bit out of tune. I don't know. It may just be really detuned, which is what we're making it throw off a little bit. But other than that, everything else sounds good, man. So just try to see if you can fix that. I don't know if necessarily you might need to. I could just be crazy and deaf. All right. I don't know how to say your name. Sorry, but here you go. Future Bass, thank you. Yes, you corrected me. Distorted Saw. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. I couldn't. I really only have one problem, and I think it's just that bass doesn't sound like it fits. I feel like the sound design on it is good, but I just feel like it doesn't fit in the mix very well. Excuse me real quick. Sorry, I have like this weird tickle in my throat. It's not helping me speak today, but alright, so I feel like it's just that one bass that just sounds like it doesn't fit. And that vocal in the background, try to change that up just a tad, like either raising or lowering semitones and changing the pattern of it. Other than that, I feel like everything else is fine. Your sub bass comes through really well, which I have a lot of problems with people who bring in future bass tracks. They don't realize that your sub is supposed to literally mimic your chords. It makes it sound so cool if you do that correctly. Your drums sound really cool as well. They sound really well mixed. Just fix that bass. I feel like that bass is just does not fit. I feel like if you're gonna have a future bass or like a metallic or melodic dubstep or future bass track, you should have some sort of metallic-y sounding bass, just because I feel like they fit and you could change the tone of them a lot better. So try to fix that bass and try to rearrange those vocals a little bit differently, change them up a little bit. Other than that, everything else was great, man. Thank you for sending in the track. Head over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Sounds of Deep House today. If you make Deep House, you might get it free. If you don't make Deep House, we still have a lot of stuff in there you can use for different genres. I do it all the time. So, all right, here we go. Thank you for sending in the track, man. I'm seeing people who are having trouble with posting links. You have to take the dot out of the link. It can't be an actual link, or YouTube will go, no thank you, and delete your link. So just, instead of soundcloud.com, just put the entire link and just take out the dot. Hello? Excuse me. All right. Give me. Like right here should have been some sort of like frequency fade out. That way it didn't sound like there was no. It sounded like there was like usually whenever you hear these kind of transitions, there's some sort of like gap to basically change the way the song is. I feel like you're just kind of meshed together, like it all just kind of stuck together, whether it be reverb tails or effects tails. I feel like they kind of just smashed together. So make sure to have some sort of separation in your transitions before your drops. In your drop, like the only problem you have in your drop is you're lacking low end. By low end, I mean sub bass. So I feel like try to fix your low end behind your, whether it be your melody or have a 808 pulsing behind your kick, or have some sort of 808 sub bass rhythm behind there. Just so there's some sort of low end I can hear or feel, and fix your transition, and make sure to cut this intro, because we just basically hit the drop and we're about 1 minute and 30 seconds in. So try to cut this intro less. Don't have a bunch of just like random stuff in there. Try to keep your intros relatively short. It makes people kind of bore out at about, honestly, if you go into a song and nothing's happened within 55 seconds, people usually snooze out and try to go somewhere else. So make sure to put some low end in there. Make sure to fix your transitions, and you should have a pretty well-made track, man. Thank you for submitting the track. Make sure to go to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Sounds of Deep House. Guys on Facebook, I've noticed something. I'm seeing a bunch of people come over here saying that I've skipped your track. I could only, for some, and this happens every stream. Anyone who's been here and watched the stream for the last 3 weeks has seen this. Facebook only gives me a couple of links, and I even refresh it again and over and over and over again. And some links come through and some links don't. Even links that were there before, when they were there one time, when I refresh the stream, they're gone. It makes no sense to me. So if you see it not coming through, and you see me, I keep skipping you, and you know that there's not many links in the chat, come to YouTube and try to bring it over here, because YouTube refreshes faster. So just try to do that. Facebook's always had problems. Every single stream, they always, whether it be it cuts out, or whether it be it delays, or whether it be that links don't come in. So I apologize to everybody if your link gets skipped, because I can't, sometimes it won't work for me. Alright, I don't know how to say your name, I don't want to butcher it, so it's... I want to note where his stuff starts. For anyone in the future, his stuff starts at 1 minute. His drop, the part that gets you going, starts at 1 minute. So just try to keep that in mind. There's something weird that happens after your kick. I don't know if it's like sounds like a hardstyle kick. Like a hardstyle kick tail. If that makes any sense. I feel like there's like some sort of sound that comes off the tail of your kick. I don't know if that's purposeful, on purpose. If it is, cool. It's unique. It's different for big room. If it's not, then just try to trim your tail up a little bit and fade it out a little bit. Work on your side shading too, because your kick's kind of muffled a little bit behind all your elements. And add a little bit of more sub bass throughout the entire track, a little bit of low end everywhere. Believe it or not, guys, if you're like trying to do an introduction and you're like, oh my god, I can't think of a lead melody, I can't think of something to put in as a melody to drive the track, sometimes just a decent like punch through sub bass that's really powerful. It's just like just a constant one note. It doesn't have to be like a whole note held. I'm just talking about like a rhythm for a sub bass can drive a song pretty well. I've heard it in a lot of tracks, so try using that every now and then. I don't know if there's some sort of white noise behind your lead as well, or whether it be chords, whatever you have in there, but it's really prominent, and it needs to be a little bit lowered. Since it technically qualifies as an effect, so I would try to lower it a little bit. Yeah, FRZ, I don't get, for some reason Facebook won't give me, like this next link is a Facebook link, but this is one of the like 3 or 4 that I can actually see. Anyway, thank you for sending the track, man. Just fix the things that I mentioned. Try to get that white noise to go down to an FX level. Fix your side chaining a little bit, and if the tail on the kick isn't supposed to be how it sounds, fade it out, trim it up a little bit. I guess I'll say this in between every single track. Facebook's chat is not working as well for me. So if you see that I'm skipping over your track or I'm not even seeing it, come to YouTube, sit in the chat. That is not guaranteed that it's going to be looked at, because there are honestly, for people, I'm trying to go somewhat in an order for people who have put their stuff in first, just so they're not sitting here for 10 years without a song review. And make sure to follow us on Snapchat. You guys can send me, like, all day long, you guys can send me your 10-second demos, or however long, because now I know that Snapchat has, like, you can send one, then send another, and send another, back to back. So if you just go to our Facebook page and look up, or go to, actually, just go to Snapchat and type in WA Production. We're probably the first one that pops up. Follow us on there. You can send me all the demos you want anytime you want. I'll try to look at all of them as much as possible and give some sort of a small feedback to them. So make sure to do that. If your track doesn't get reviewed today, you can always do that. Why does this keep popping up? Honestly, your sidechain needs to be a little harsher than that. Well, hold on. Just a little bit more prominent, just so your kick punches do a little bit better. And maybe a little bit of low end on the track as well. So I feel like the low end part's a little empty. But other than that, man, this is a pretty well made track. Pretty well mixed sounds pretty good. Just make sure to pop some low end in. Your kick's is mixed pretty well. Let me hear one more thing. Your fills are pretty good as well. So just, and honestly, that volume of that lead is a little loud. So just bring it down a little bit, up your side chaining a little bit, add some low end, and there's the fundamentals basically of a track. And I'm trying to go back as far as I can on YouTube and find people that I haven't already taken. So I'm grabbing a random one from like not the very, very top, but towards the very top of YouTube. If I have done this track already, I don't know. But thank you for sending the track, man. Go over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Sounds of Deep House pack for free today. Ethan Jones. Yeah, see, I don't know. See, and then once you guys start talking in the chat, this doesn't mean stop chatting. Once you guys post a link, the chat moves. So I can't keep track of all the tracks being sent in.
It's been so hard to be alone here lately. I thought we could go far, but all you said was maybe. So I gave you up. I never felt like I was enough. You broke my heart. You shattered it and tore my world apart. Oh.
One thing. Mixed down so far, great. Vibes, awesome. Vocal, either make the track an instrumental or try to fix, like, a really, really pitch correct it, because it sounds like it's just literally raw right from the microphone. So just try to fix that. I understand that, like, unless it's already, I understand, like, I've tried to work with vocals before and I've had this issue. Unless it's like already professionally recorded vocals, like acapellas you're downloading from a pack somewhere. Like, for instance, and this is a terrible plug, but here you go. Free Gravity, Royal Free, Chilled Vocals, acapella stems. That's a pre-made, already professionally recorded vocal. So it already has effects, it's already basically fit to a key. So all you have to do is insert it, and if you have to change key, you can just adjust semitones. On tracks or on vocals you're recording yourself, it's difficult because you have to make sure that singer can sing in the key you've already processed the song in, and if they can't, you have to manually fix it. Now, there are professional audio engineers that are made to do this, and it's not a very easy thing to do. So you can go get like a like a month free trial of Melodyne, and just honestly put the vocals in there. I'm pretty sure it has an automatic thing where you just select a key, it'll fix it for you. So just try to fix the vocals. That's the one thing I have a problem with so far. Let's listen to it. Yeah, make sure to really process those vocals because it brings the track down a little bit. So really, really process those vocals, especially since it's electronic. Honestly, that's the only problem I have. I don't know if I want to call this a drop, but your chorus sounds like really relaxed and really cool. Just really process the vocals and really make sure to fix that. And future songs are on this track, since I don't feel like you can honestly go back and fix the song. And I think SoundCloud has a way to re-upload a track to replace one. So just go back and really process those vocals, and if you have to look up some tutorials on doing it, if you go to our YouTube channel, I'm pretty sure we have some. But if you don't know how to do it necessarily, I know that Melodyne has a trial. Melodyne's like a vocal correction thing, so you can always, and if you're using FL Studio, they have Pitcher, you can actually do it in that too. But just try to work on that. Other Other than that, man, thank you for sending in the track. Make sure to go over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Sounds of Deep House. Picking one lucky winner at the end of the stream. I'll be stopping the stream 5 minutes short and doing the little thing to pick the people. If you guys have been here before, you know how that is. Jack. Alright. Alright, guys, I just noticed something when I went back to look for another link. YouTube, like, after a certain amount of time, if you don't post your track just once, keep going, because keep posting it over and over again, because as the chat gets longer, YouTube starts to delete old messages. So when I went back to look for a link that I just looked back to find one where I found the last track, this is from Facebook, I'm pretty sure. So, but going back to look for another one, the one I found before is already deleted. So make sure to keep reposting it. So this part right here, that percussion in the background needs to be a lot quieter. That should be the thing. That shouldn't be the thing that drives your track. It should be something that kind of accents it, kind of gives it a little bit cool, a little bit of a cool rhythm. And I feel like you have a powerhouse in your track. So make sure that's a little lower. I do like that you increase the pitch, but try to keep it on the lower side of the spectrum. Since it technically is an effect, it should be honestly lower anyway. But just try to keep it lower, because I feel like that's gonna, just that clicking is just gonna, especially because it lasts about 30 seconds. Try to keep it low. Try to have it follow. Try to make it a cool rhythm. You can hear it, but you can't, kind of same kind of thing. Honestly, everything else sounded. That kick sounds a little weird, wonky. So either go through and do some mid cutouts, because I feel like it's warping somewhere in the spectrum, or just change kicks all in general, make it a little bit more punchy. I feel like the kick just doesn't fit the song in general. But other than that, everything else sounded great. I would do something else here in the break as well before the drop hits. Maybe some sort of drum fill or vocal fill or effect tail or something there, instead of just a little short riser. And I like that little effect you have in the background too, every fourth or so. Other than that, besides that little percussion spectrum there and that kick, your lows are pretty good, sidechain's pretty good. Make sure to put some transition in that break, and other than that, everything else sounded great, man. Thank you for submitting the track. Make sure to head over to Facebook. Actually, you're on Facebook because this is a Facebook link. Share the stream for a chance to win. Sounds of Deep House. This is way back up in the stream. I'm trying to keep it somewhat in order. It's difficult. I'm thinking when I'm gonna talk to somebody about on the WA team about some sort of email situation where you guys can send a track to me so it's in order, it's organized in order. That way, it's not just so random, because I feel like it's people can come here and send their tracks in all day. If you guys really, really, really want your track reviewed, you can go to pumpyoursound.com and go to our promotional aisle, and you can probably find, there is a way to send us a track for feedback. I've done a couple of them outside of stream too. So.
Hey guys, it's Crystal
and Fran, and we're the hosts of Insecurity, the official podcast of HBO's Insecure.
We're back, y'all. Season 2 airs on Sundays at
I thought this was your
10:30
song
p.m.
at first.
only
I'm
on
like,
HBO.
what kind of a...
Season 1 was real, and
I'll say this again because I think we have some new people coming in. Send your track in the chat, depending on what you're on. Facebook, YouTube, doesn't matter. Send your track in the chat, in the chat, and delete the dot in the link. Can't be a full link. YouTube will delete it. Delete the dot before com.
I've been tired of all my night, thinking of our last fight. I didn't mean what I said. Told it like the memories fade. Believe it when I tell you everything I said is true. Remember when you told me about the rain holding your teeth? I know I told a million lies, broke your heart many times, and let me tell a single truth. There's you in everything I do. I told a million lies, broke your heart many times, let me tell a single truth. There's you in everything I do, everything I do, everything I do.
It's weird. The quality of your track like 100% flipped when I got to your drop. Like the intro is kind of iffy. One, too long. Make sure to keep it below or at 1 minute. The intro of your track sounded like there was, like you had on your snare, you had no frequency. It sounded like it was basically just all highs, and it was just like something smacking. And then whenever your drop hits, you have all the frequencies there, and it sounds good. Unless that was done on purpose. Like that snare sounds like there's nothing there. And it's too wide. Yes, all percussion should technically be center of the spectrum when it comes to stereo width. Try to remember that, and don't stereo wide any kind of drum. It sounds really weird. But I like that pluck a lot. Honestly, the only thing I have for you to fix is that snare. It seems like it's too stereo wide, and it doesn't have any other frequencies in it. It sounds really like a sound effect in the background. So make sure it's a little punchy over snare. Your sound design and your frequencies and everything is good in the drop. It all sounds great. Vocals are mixed well. They sound a little bit out of tune, so try to fix that a little bit. Other than that, everything else sounds good, man. Thank you for submitting the track. Make sure to go over to Facebook and share the stream for a chance to win Sounds of Deep House for free today. This is a Facebook link. Letting you all know what link I'm pulling this from so you guys don't freak out on me. In about 6 minutes, guys, I'm going to be heading over to Facebook, trying my hardest to get the thing to friggin' load so that I can find a person to that it'll pick for that free pack today. I honestly would just delete this whole part right there. It sounds like you have two build-ups. Try to keep it to the one build-up. If you're gonna have two build-ups, try to put the other build-up towards the end of the song. Don't have like you literally had an introduction, build-up to a build-up to a build-up to a drop. Just try to keep it to one build-up before the drop. That way it doesn't seem like it's too long. Because honestly, 90% of your track so far is build-up. Like this build-up sounds better than the first one, so just try to go introduction to this build-up to drop. You understand? Just cut out the whole middleman. That part doesn't match. That transition between drops doesn't match. I never saw your link. I went back up and checked. You said you were one of the first people. I went back up in the... If it was YouTube, I went back up and looked. I didn't see anything with your name on it. I'm at the very, very top, and I'm not seeing anything. It's deleted like 90% of the chat from the top. Okay, so the things that I've noticed, honestly, your mix down doesn't sound too bad. You need a little bit of EQing, bring up your low ends and separate your mids and everything. But this whole introduction right here, this whole introduction right here needs to probably go. So it should probably go introduction, so verse, well, you have intro, verse, build up, drop. So I call them verses, it's basically just introduction. But you have this part would be your introduction maybe to here, and then right here you would have, maybe expand this a little bit. And then you have your build up, which would be this section, then have your drop. Just cut out basically from here to here, because I feel like it's dragging the track too long. When you honestly, looking at this, when you started to have a build up here, and I went to this kind of a spectrum down here and kind of dipped down, I was like, what? And then I went to here, I'm like, oh, this is the drop. So he's going to have some sort of like a suspense stop to like tease people. But no, it went to another build-up. So I'm thinking just cut out one of the two build-ups, whatever one you like the most. I honestly like the second one the most. And fix your transition here from the first half of the drop to the second half of the drop. Because I feel like it just didn't match. Whether it be the sound design or whether it be notes played, I feel like they didn't match. So just try to fix it, whether it be. I honestly, when it comes to these kind of dance EDM songs, what I would do is try to put, for any type of transition, try to put a drum fill. It saves you a lot of having to deal with making sure presets or patches are on the right pitch thing. So just a little bit of minor EQing and overall mastering. Your drum sounded great. Your sound design was good, just except for that little transition. Delete one of the two drops. And other than that, man, it was a killer track from what I heard. Thank you for sending in the track today. Make sure to head over to Facebook, share the stream for a chance to win Signs of Deep House, which reminds me, I'm going to generate the thingy now. And it's going to pick somebody. And it takes, and the reason why I do it 5 minutes before the stream ends is because everything likes to lag for me for some reason. So here we are, we're going to pick. Okay, let it load. Sorry if it takes a minute. And while this is doing this, I want to thank you guys for coming today. We usually have these every Sunday. You followed me on Snapchat today. I kind of failed to do it. But if you follow us on Snapchat, I say me, meaning the company. On Snapchat, just WA Production, no dots, nothing. Or you can go to our Facebook page on our wall, and there's a thing you can actually just take a Snapchat screenshot or whatever it's called of it, and it'll follow us automatically. And you can send me any demo of anything you want there. You can ask for feedback there. I don't guarantee that it'll be a really constructive feedback. It'll just be whether or not I like the track, or maybe some things that are really noticeable that you can fix. And you can send them to me there, or you can head over to pumpyoursound.com and look through our promotional area and see if you can send us a track for us to review. And if I didn't get to your track today, please don't be upset. Please don't be discouraged or fret or anything like that. There's a lot of, believe it or not, on my end of this, there's a lot of stuff happening in chats. One Facebook chat doesn't like to load for me ever, and sometimes when it does load, links are deleted. And on YouTube, you can post it all you want over and over again. I try to go towards the very top, and try to somewhat go in an order. So if you're at the very, very bottom, odds are you're gonna have to keep going so the chat can keep building up again. So it's hard to explain. Just try to get here as early as possible and post your link as early as possible, because I try to keep it somewhat in a random order, not literally one after another, because then we'll never get anywhere. I'm going to try to see if we can set up some sort of email service to where you guys can actually send it to some sort of link. It'll go to an email of mine, and I can just do it in order then, and we can kind of pick up where we left off. I'll try to figure that out. I'll let you guys know in the next stream if we're going to do that or not. But I think it picked a random person. It's still loading. Come on. So yeah, all in all, if you're getting your link skipped, it's not getting skipped on purpose. It's getting skipped because I sometimes can't see them. All right, winner is Jacob Franco, is the person that it picked. So Jacob Franco, thank you for tuning in today. Thank you for sharing the stream in. Roman will send you the Sounds of Deep House later on in the day. I will send him your information to him. And he will give you that pack within the next couple of hours. So look out for that. Guys, I want to thank you for tuning in today. Make sure you guys head over to our SoundCloud and get this acapella. You guys can try to make a track with it. Come back. I'm going to challenge you. I understand it's difficult. You don't have to do it next stream. But take this vocal, put it in a track, try to make a really awesome track with it, and come back and share it. And I'll see if I can see how many I can actually get of people who actually took this acapella and put it in a track and try to use it in a song. It'll be a little easier. It won't be like you didn't record it yourself, so it's already processed. So anyway, guys, thank you for tuning in today. I hope to see you guys next week. Follow me on SoundCloud, or not SoundCloud, on Snapchat, and you guys will get a notice to when we're streaming. I usually send about 45-50 minutes before we start, and then like 5 minutes before we start. And I also send some plug-in information and stuff like that. So go there and follow us on Snapchat, and I will see you guys next week. Send me your demos on Snapchat, anything like that. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you guys for tuning in.